In accordance with Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, adequate notice of this meeting was provided via fax to the Herald News and published on June 18, 2025. Said notice was placed on the City Hall Bulletin Board by the Office of the City Clerk. Pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act, be advised that the City Council of the City of Passaic has scheduled their reorganization meeting for Tuesday, July 1st, 2025 at 12 p.m. to be held in the City Council Chambers, first floor, 330 Passaic Street, Passaic, New Jersey. Please be further advised, this public meeting will be conducted in person. The Zoom stream provided is for viewing only and is offered to the public as a convenience. On June 22nd, 2025, public notice and Zoom instructions for this meeting were published in the Herald News and posted on the City of Passaic website at www.cityofpassaic.com, Council Agendas. Instructions are also available on the last page of this agenda. Please be guided accordingly. Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
Present.
Councilman Garcia.
Present.
Councilman Love.
Present.
Councilwoman Mello.
Present.
Councilman Monk.
Present.
And Councilman Scher.
Present.
Please rise for the invocation to be delivered by Councilwoman Mello and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father God, we come before you this afternoon and present to you this mayor and council swearing in. Lord, as we commence this fiscal year, we ask that you give us the wisdom and help us to continue to help us to legislate in the benefit of our residents in our beloved city of Passaic. We thank you once again for your continued grace and mercy upon us. In your powerful name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, America, and indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Now we are at the portion of the agenda where I, the municipal clerk, will read the official statement of determination that was submitted to the Honorable Danielle Ireland Inhofe, Passaic County Clerk, certifying the results of the municipal election held on May 13th, 2025. I, Ms. Weatherly Frias, Municipal Clerk of the City of Passaic, relating to the municipal election held in the City of Passaic on the 13th day of May, 2025, for the election of one mayor and 3 council members at large for a 4-year term. The municipal clerk does hereby determine that said election, the following candidates were elected. For mayor, Hector C. Laura. For council at large, Jose Joe Garcia, Dr. Terrence L. Love, and Daniel S. Mayer. I do here certify the foregoing as a true determination of the election. As I set my hand on this seal on the City of Passaic, New Jersey, on the 5th day of June, 2025. At this time, I want to invite Assemblyman Scher to administer the oath of office to Mayor Hector C. Laura, who has been re-elected to serve as mayor of the City of Passaic.
I, Hector Carlos Laura,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all duties of the office of mayor
perform all duties of the office of mayor
in and for the city of Passaic,
in and for the City of Passaic,
according to the best of my abilities
according to the best of my abilities
and understanding.
and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. May we ask that Councilman-elect Garcia Mayor-elect Dr. Terrence L. Love. And Councilman-elect Daniel. Could raise your right hand. I
Dr. Terrence Love,
Passaic, Garcia.
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all duties of the office of council at large
perform all duties of the Council of Large
in and for the city of Passaic,
in and for the city of Passaic,
according to the best of my abilities
according to the best of my
and
abilities
understanding.
and
So
understanding.
help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
You can get a seat down there. Now you get a seat.
Next to me here.
That's right. Straighten them out, Joe.
Council members, I will now open the floor for nominations for the position of council president. Do I have a nomination?
I nominate President, well, not really, right?
Not yet.
Let me take it back. It's with an honor to nominate Gary S. Chair as council president.
And I will second that nomination.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, may I have a second from Dr. Love?
Yes.
Councilman Love? Okay. It has been moved and seconded to adopt item number 1, resolution designating council president for a one-year term commencing on July 1st, 2025 and ending on June 30th, 2026, appointing Councilman Scher as council president. Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Colon Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, thank you so much for the honor just bestowed on me. At this point, I'd like to come back a little bit in terms of our agenda and invite the mayor for his remarks.
Thank you. Thank you. First, I want to thank God for this opportunity to once again serve this amazing and wonderful city of Passaic, New Jersey. I want to thank my family, my wife, my children, all of my family, immediate and extended, who have been so supportive. I want to thank my colleagues on the City Council, those who serve on the Board of Education, and all those who work with us here at City Hall. Because of your support, your hard work, your commitment to teamwork and unity, we've been able to see our city progress and move forward. I want to thank all the community leaders that continuously join us in this effort, in this work to serve the people of Passaic. I want to thank the business administrator, Rick Fernandez, our city clerk, Weatherly Frias, all of our department heads for constantly being here. I want to take this opportunity again to recognize community leaders, all of the clergy that have faithfully been meeting with me once a month over these past 8 years, working together to serve our community, to pray for our community, and sometimes to pull my ears and hold me accountable or share some constructive criticism. Sometimes it's been constructive, other times it's been divine judgment. I don't know, but it's always been a blessing. I want to thank all of our veterans that are here. Thank you for your commitment and your service to our city and to our nation. I want to take this opportunity to recognize our deputy mayors in the city of Passaic, Deputy Mayor Minnie Austin, who is with us. Larry said, good job this time. Deputy Mayor Juan Duran. There is, Deputy Mayor Jamie Delgado. Thank you. Deputy Mayor Dr. Edwin Garcia. I want to thank all those that have worked so closely with us over these 8 years and now going into a third term. Some won't be entering into the third term with us, but I want to take this opportunity to recognize that we have with us my former right hand, Kathy Martin, who made it over here. She has another job. So Renee, please don't put her on camera. She said she can't be seen. She's supposed to be back from lunch. I wanted to be brief. As many of you realize, we decided not to go very big. We wanted to make it a much more intimate ceremony. I spoke to my colleagues on the city council. We wanted to invite just the department members, those who work with us within the community. We did not send out a press release. We wanted to keep this just within the family, and I thank each and every one of you for taking time to be with us. But we have with us Pastor Hector Fernandez of the Free Methodist Church of Passaic, my pastor, Pastor Fernandez. Father Javier Barreno, Father Jose from St. Anthony's, Padua. Is this a new father to the city? Father Roland Uribe, Father Roland, are you? That's an internal joke for me and Father Roland. Okay, Pastor Iris Cruz, Reverend Helena Pierce, Pastor Mansueta, Pastor Barbosa, Mr. Rigo Sanchez, former Board of Education Commissioner, Ms. Evelyn Robinson, Yolanda Soto was apparently promoted to superintendent. I don't mean to call you out. I think the superintendent is actually here. Superintendent, we have Superintendent Sandra Diodanet Montañez. That is all the names on the list. I'm going to try my best. We have Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Jeff Trupo. I believe I see him in the audience. We have Vice President of the Board of Education, Marianne Capersi. We have Board of Education member, Abril Morales. Patricia. We have Board of Education member, Danny Rodriguez. We have former Board of Education Commissioner, Renato Delgado. We have with us, I know I mentioned former Board of Education, Ms. Evelyn Robinson. We have with us Commissioner of Housing, Dr. Therese Hiller. President of the NAACP, who just recently had an extremely successful Juneteenth event, President Sherry Greer. Did I miss anyone else? Let me know. Anyone else?
The new BA?
Huh?
The new BA for the Board of Education?
Okay, go ahead and announce.
Lamont Zachary.
Mr. BA, thank you for being with us. believe Director of Personnel, Mr. Miguel Frias from the school. Our Chief of Police, Luis Guzman. Deputy Chief Louis Gentile. Deputy Chief Jonathan Shayer. Do we have anyone else? That's it? I'm sorry? Deputy Chief of the Fire Department, Bob Munier. First Lady of the City of Passaic, Nicauris Laurel. All of our City Hall staff. Everyone. All of the 36 Legislative District office members. They're all right there. I see them all. They're all sitting right there. I think that's everyone. I want to be brief. If I've missed anyone, please, Virginia's right there. Just get her the name. Virginia, if you can take this pen, this paper back, just get her the name. We want to try to acknowledge everyone. To the recording later. I want to be very brief. Again, because today is about the entire team that was elected. I want to congratulate my colleagues, Councilman Dr. Terrence Love, Councilman Joe Garcia, on your re-election. Your dedication, your service over these many years have directly resulted in a better Passaic for all of our communities in every ward. Your work, which is seldom seen what occurs behind the scenes in those long meetings, those ad hoc committees, or the phone calls that you're making, the constant advocacy on behalf of your constituents, you have truly made a difference. It has been an honor and a true privilege to serve with you along with the entire City Council. To our councilmen who served for so many years, not only on our boards but on our City Council, Daniel Schwartz, who is now with us, rightfully enjoying his retirement and time off. I want to again publicly thank him for all of his years of service, for his insight, for his approach to government, considering always every resident. To our newly elected Councilman Daniel Mayer. I'm excited that finally a mayor gets to vote on the agenda, because Council President Sher always reminded me the mayor doesn't get to vote, and now I'll say, no, there's a mayor voting, just by last name. Daniel Mayer, Councilman Mayer, I've seen your work in the community. During the pandemic, not only were you out there, obviously servicing with your business, but with your heart. You met the needs of so many communities, oftentimes creatively, having to come up with new ways of distributing food, whether a new location, sometimes because of the hours. I remember having the personal conversations with you that it was getting late, and you would go, it doesn't matter until every family gets served, no matter where we are, whether it was at the parking lot at 8th Street or whether it was on Acreage. You remained steadfast in ensuring that during that most difficult time in our city, not just our city, our state, our nation, and globally, that you were out there front and center to serve communities and families. I'm excited about your contributions. I have had the opportunity to converse with you often and seen how you approach not only policy and government, but the needs of families, children, and I believe you will be a great asset and a great benefit to our City Council and to our entire team. Thank you for choosing to serve our city. Thank you. To the deputy mayors, I thank you again. I know that I named you, but so much of the work that gets done along with you, with the clergy that we get to meet with all of the staff members, with all of our police, with all of the leaders, in conversations with you, as well as with the Board of Education, we've been able to come up with great ideas, move our city in the right direction, renovate and resolve concerns. And I just want to share briefly, I won't go into the long list, we would be here all night, but during the first term, we focused on the public trust. We secured projects that were in the works like 663, the People's Building, to ensure that it would get open, that it would have commercial aspects to it and have an anchor tenant. And we continued to work on the Dayton Avenue complex. It was at jeopardy in the very first term, or in jeopardy, and working along with our assemblymen, with our business administrator, and so many leaders, we were able to see it opened up along with the school. We were able to see additional new schools and continue to work towards the development of our commercial area, working closely with our business administrator. There was a desire long ago to obtain the storefront property in front of the new school at 711 on Main Ave, and we were able to make that happen. We did so much even during the pandemic. We were able to successfully remove the railroads and unite both of the parks, Dundee Island and Pulaski. We were able to renovate Bragg Park, bring in music ballards, benches, and have first-time ever community events there, like the tree lighting and many events with our leaders in the second ward. We were able to rubberize playgrounds and spray pads at request of so many communities, develop a brand-new dog park, and put dog stations all over the city to address quality of life issues. We move forward community initiatives to celebrate our diversities that range from sukkahs in the park, burning of the hummets, Juneteenth fireworks, new namings, Holi and Diwali, our Christmas parade around the city, and so much more, recognizing that we have a beautiful, strong, vibrant, and diverse city. We were able to introduce new initiatives that have become traditions, like our New Year's Eve piñata drop. We were able to revamp the courts and appoint new judges, add weekend and overnight inspectors and overnight enforcement in order to make sure that our city remains clean and that the work that gets done is done responsibly in order to not disturb the residents. We were able to modernize applications, whether for code or otherwise, using our new technology where now people can get these online. We were able to develop a youth council that does community cleanups, mental health walks, and have our young people actually work alongside us to develop policies, laws, and program, thus creating a bigger table and inviting more of our residents of every age group, including our seniors, to help us move this city in the right direction. We were able to create a real resource to address the issue of homelessness. We took a property off of the tax rolls and made Dignity House, where we created and was recognized nationally programs like our mailboxes through correspondence and help, whether receiving funding through Social Security benefits or veterans benefits. We were able to get a number of homeless off the streets and into permanent housing on a weekly basis through our human services led by Judith Sanchez, who's in class right now. She's also the president of the Board of Education. We're able to have our homeless come in once a week. They take showers. They're able to receive resources, whether clothing, toiletries. Every year we hold our Super Bowl program with them. We provide free haircuts. And on a weekly basis, we give them the opportunity to have their clothes laundered. We continue to have a resource center with the goal, understanding the government is there to be a safety net. Not a permanent hammock, but a safety net to catch individuals and help them off and get them back into society. We continue to provide more and more assistance in this approach. During our second term, we focused on infrastructure. We renovated and kept the promise on the 100 steps. We resolved the issues with the McDonald's Brooks. We invested in our bridges and culverts. We had historic numbers of streets repaved from First Street to Summer Street, all over the city. If I name them all, I'll get the overture music that usually plays when I speak too long. We expanded recreation opportunity, cleanliness of our city initiatives through containers and giving them not only to the community with recycling bins, the new red and blue containers around the city, but also business containers on Market Street, where we provide them for free in order to ensure to address issues in our commercial areas from Market Street to Main Ave. We expanded recreation with synthetic ice skating rinks, rubberized running tracks, new parks like Dundee Island, as mentioned. We had record development of follow properties like A Street, Panaso, 211 Pennington, South Street, Broadway, on River Drive and Van Howen, Market Street, Hope Ave, Harrison Street, and so much more. And we've expanded parking opportunities with brand new lots, a brand new deck that will open up in just a few months, angled parking permits and parking spaces and brand new parking permits, strategic parking permits in zoned areas. We were able to pass for the first time rent stabilization ordinance ADUs, accessory dwelling units, reinstate the rent leveling board, bring in police substations on Myrtle Avenue and our downtown by Passaic Street, have Special 2 police officers and UEZ police in order to address public safety. We've had a drastic drop in violent crimes. Thank you, Chief Guzman, for all of the work that you do and all of the police department. Through our fire department, we were able to train all of our firefighters on water rescues and much more. We've expanded transportation opportunities with the free shuttle. That's Miss Evelyn Robinson's favorite initiative, at least right now. Our bike sharing program. We've expanded job training programs, CDL, phlebotomy, pharmaceutical tech, and so much more, including SORAs. We've expanded program through the amazing leadership of our city clerk, passport training, and which has led to passport days, so many no longer have to go outside of the city to get this done. We've expanded communications with Renee and our media center, having a YouTube channel, 2 public access channels, and through our social media to keep the community constantly informed of all that we do. We've had additional initiatives like Children's Day and so much more. We've addressed street vendor issues by ensuring that everyone has proper permitting. We've created Food Truck Row, where we have all of our food trucks in one centralized location, and we continue to expand these programs. We created additional event space like Garibaldi Plaza. And again, I'll remind everyone of our clergy that have been instrumental in ensuring that not only do we meet frequently, but that all activities are working together to provide the most for our children. There's so much more on the list, but I want to get to the conclusion of this. I know that we have so many new businesses that everyone sees. Miss Evelyn Robinson reminded me of the basketball court at Spear Village Aspen Place that came up on her social media that we work together with housing to restore. But in this third term, I want to continue on all of these with a brand new re-energized focus on affordability, sustainability, working with our business administrator. We're going to have more EV chargers all over the city, expanding parking opportunities, brand new transportation with a state-of-the-art bus terminal, which will be located on Passaic Avenue. Continue the efforts. This is Councilman Monk's favorite topic on stabilizing taxes. He likes that. All right, continue with our public safety, our quality of life, cleanliness initiatives. We will see with our superintendent of the Board of Education, Sandra Diodone Montanez, and our assistant superintendents and the entire Board of Education, a brand new $300+ million high school that will be built. In the next few months, you will see the first ever all-water park created on Harrison Ave. It will be not a spray pad, but the entire park will be a water park in the city of Passaic. We will be introducing our Riverfront Walk downtown, connecting through Bergen County, working with Passaic County with the brand new developed park in East Monroe. We will continue with county projects in Uniting Pulaski and Dundee. We're hoping, working closely with the housing department to see the renovated brand new buildings in Alfred Spear Village, as well as the renovations of the buildings in the back. We will have new parking initiatives downtown, where I am asked not to make the announcement right now, just to say that we are very positive that we've gotten some good news about potential funding for parking deck downtown. So I'm extremely excited about it. I'm still fighting for it. I've done all the meetings, but it at least looks positive right now. I know the budget was recently passed and they're waiting for signature. We'll hope to see if the state can complement some of the funding that we were able to secure maybe in the future. If only we had an assemblyman that was nearby that was hearing this portion of the speech that might be able to fight for some additional fundings as we continue with new programs such as our first ever special needs inclusive junior police and fire academy for the very first time. We will include in our special police and fire junior academies children with autism and special needs. I want to thank our police chief, Luis Guzman, our chief, Patrick Trenacos. When I had requested for this initiative, they immediately got on it and working, even with members of the school, to have volunteers that will be able to participate during this summer. I'm so excited. there's so much more that has gone on. Basically, I wanted to go over them, and I usually go extemporaneous, but I wanted to read some of the accomplishments because I would not do justice to the efforts of everyone who works alongside me. Oftentimes, I'm the one in front of the phone on the live video, or perhaps the one mentioned in the newspaper. But accomplishments like these, progress, do not occur in silos. They happen because individuals work together. From the very beginning, when I was first elected by this wonderful city, I made a commitment to work alongside my colleagues, to reach out to leaders in the community, to fight extremely hard to open up doors for new opportunities like the one that resulted in us promoting the very first ever female captain of the police department, Claudia Gary Cruz. I try to work that in every event. To bring remarkable individuals to work alongside us, like our newest team members we have with us, my chief of staff, Ian Godfrey, who used to work as the district director of former Congressman Bill Pascrell, and he's now working with us, helping us. He's going to be instrumental in making sure we get even more funding for that potential parking deck. We're not putting too much pressure on you. As well as our new office manager and my right hand for so many of the day-to-day operations, Jasenia Kakayas. You may know her. She used to have her law practice on Howe Avenue. She used to focus on immigration law, and now she is here telling me what to do. And I can't even fight that much. She keeps reminding me I'm a lawyer, so I'm like, at least she makes sure that we're doing everything correctly. Some of the names that we missed, please, if you give me a pause. Jose Vargas from our ABC Commission. Thank you, Commissioner Vargas. Pastor Jose Cruz and Pastora Edith Cruz, Church of God of Passaic. I thought I mentioned them, but I'll mention them again. Deputy Mayor, as well as Vice Principal of the Passaic High School, Dr. Edwin Garcia. ShopRite Manager, Guillermo Garcia, otherwise known as Call Guillermo. Pastor Juan Arroyo from Fountain Christian Church. Luis Santiago, former zoning board member. Juan Zuniga, president of the PBA. Our VFW and our auxiliary members. She has too many titles to name them all. Jermaine Gibson, everything. She knows. So if you have a board and she's not on it, wait. She's gonna end up doing the tricky trade for you. Usually not by her request. Somebody just signs her up and she shows up. Again, I think I've mentioned as many people. If I've missed anyone, I'm sorry, but I wanted to conclude with that thought. 2 terms have been an amazing blessing. There's this wonderful tradition that I've come across. I'm gonna mess up how it's described. It's usually done during the Passover. It's called the Dayenu. I may have missed it or messed it up. And it goes along recanting the deliverance of the Almighty for his people. And by one through the stages as the song is going, you are reminded that if he had just done one of those things, it would have been enough. Had he just delivered them from Pharaoh's bondage, it would have been enough. Had he just delivered them and not let them cross dry land. I won't go into it, but I consider this. Had I just been elected as councilman in the city of Passaic, when my parents showed up without being able to speak a word of English and provide me the opportunity to be educated through the great public schools of Passaic, and I'd have just been a councilman and not been elected in this city and eventually elected as a freeholder, that would have been enough. Had I not just been elected as a freeholder, or rather, had I just been elected as a freeholder and not elected as mayor, that would have been enough. Had I just been elected as mayor and not won 89% of the vote, that would have been enough. You get the point. I can go on and on. This city has allowed me to be elected 3 times, twice by over 89% of the vote. Had I gotten elected by that much and not been allowed to serve with what I would say the most remarkable and amazing city council anywhere you will find, not just in the state of New Jersey, but in the entire nation. That would have been enough. But God has been so good that I want to conclude where I began by thanking Him. Thanking Him for letting me serve with such amazing individuals. Thanking Him for allowing me to have such a wonderful family. Thanking Him for letting me serve with an amazing community, work alongside remarkable public safety leaders and community leaders. Thank Him for the opportunity to have a great business administrator, a remarkable supportive staff. Thanking Him that every day we get to serve the people and honor Him. Thank Him for all the wonderful things that we've been able to accomplish and all the wonderful things that we will accomplish in the future. Working with this city council, we don't always agree. I would say about 80% of the time we agree. 20% of the time, they won't tell you this, 20% of the time we fight. We do. We get each other upset. We have philosophical differences. But 100% of the times, we are civil and respectful. You see it whether in our videos or whether you're here in person. As mayor, I can tell you, I'm glad we don't agree 100% of the time. That wouldn't be appropriate. In fact, that's what corruption would be. If 100% of the time, everything you want, everyone just rubber stamps it, that's not good government. That's the opposite. It's good that sometimes they could say we don't agree, and it's good that sometimes I turn back and say I don't agree with your approach, and we take different approaches. But I can tell you that every single initiative, every single program, every single opportunity that I've been here in the community, I have had the 100% confidence and certainty that every single one of these council members, and I continue with that confidence with our newest council member, wishes to do what's in the best interest of the entire city of Passaic. And if we don't, our attorney, Susie Burns, lets us know. So with that said, thank you very much. I will conclude my remarks right there. Thank you. Council President, I forgot to thank Team Passaic. Thank you, Team Passaic.
Before turning to the council for comments, I believe 4 more years is the expression, Mayor?
4 more.
With God's help, we all look forward 4 years from now to a similar meeting as today. Comments of the council. Councilman Monk, please.
Thank you, Council President. I would like to add to the mayor's list of to-do list is getting the air conditioning fixed in here.
The upcoming budget.
It's, I am humbled to be able to sit up here and start my 31st year of being a city councilman here for Passaic. And it's, we take great pride, and I say we, because it's not just the mayor and the council, but it's everyone here and everyone that's not here that has taken the city many levels on many different fronts to make the city a better place. And one of the beautiful things about the city is the diversity and how we have proven that we can all work together. We have common goals to make the city of Passaic the best place that it can be. And the years that I've worked with the mayor have really been my best years here, and I've seen the city make the most progress on every front, whether it's development, whether it's recreation, whether it's services, customer service. Someone who has put his heart and given up a lot for everyone here in the city, and that means things that you don't see. It means 6 o'clock in the morning, an individual who will ride around the city every morning to see what needs to be done when everyone is still sleeping. Working literally every single day and thinking how to make this place a better place. And I'm going to conclude. The mayor is correct. We do fight 20% of the time. We do disagree. And the one time I will disagree here publicly, if that's okay, is, as the mayor said, listed all the things that would have had been enough. I'm going to disagree, and I will say that 3 terms of the mayor is not enough. And I'm looking forward to working with the mayor and with my colleagues here in the council for many, many years, because as much as that has been done, we could continue to make Passaic a better and better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Love, please.
Thank you, Council President. First, I thought I would learn from the mayor's first term, and I did it again his second term, and I did it again this year. I let him look over my speech. And again, he did everything I was going to say, like he did the previous 3 terms. I'm sorry, 2 terms. But in all honesty, Mayor, if I could, I would just say ditto. But I know these folks didn't come here just to hear me say ditto. So there's some things that I like to say. First, I want to just thank my beautiful First Lady, my mother, and my father, her husband, Ernest Strapp, is here as well. So I want to, wave your hand. Mayor, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your dedication to this city. I come from the old school, and Sandra knows what I'm talking about, the old school Passaic, where we fought like cats and dogs as teams. But when we took a ride, and I'm from Patterson too, but if we took a ride to Belleville, Nutley, Patterson, we got out off the bus and we held hands. We chanted Passaic chants. And when we got on that field, win, lose, or draw, we picked each other up. And that's what I see from this council and the mayor and administration. I see that no matter what we go through, I mean, we've had adversity, and the police and fire are standing here today in solidarity, but there was a time that the police and fire was standing here ready to take our heads off because we had to make some tough decisions, and we made them. But everybody benefited from it. And this is the type of city council that I'm proud to be in. The mayor said it, and I'm going to reclaim it. We are the best in the state of New Jersey.
That's right.
We are. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's no close second. And the reason why we are is because of many of you who are sitting out there, including our police and fire. You guys are phenomenal. City Hall employees, please give them a round of applause. You guys are phenomenal. One of the premises on why I ran was just that. Folks had complaints about what was going on in local government. Our courts were terrible. The judges, the way they treated individuals, I benefited from that as well, if you want to call it benefit. And our mayor has vowed that no citizen should be treated like that ever again. And he handpicked. He brought them to us, but he handpicked. He watched the service of our judges. And I'll tell you now, the police and those that's involved can attest to it. It's equitable, it's fair, right? You know, you do things and crimes or whatever, you have to pay the fines, but it's fair. So I just want to say thank you, Mayor, for having that vision and putting humanity first in your administration. There's just so many different things I would like to say, but the mayor has always shown humility. People talk about being on Facebook and talk about those things, but prior to his administration, folks always complained that they didn't know what was going on. Not in addition, our website, I'll tell you, you need a doctorate degree to follow along on that thing because there's so much information on there. And that's a result of our mayor wanting to make sure citizens are abreast. Henry IV, right, in Shakespeare said, "He who wears the crown has a heavy head." And Mayor, I don't envy your position. You get all the blame for everything that doesn't go right and don't get the credit for things that do go right. And I want to tell you, it's amazing that you continue that fight and having that strong woman beside you who allows you to be out in the street. It's such a blessing. I'm going to wrap up, but I just want to say I'm going into my 17th year, 4th term, and I'm going to tell you this, I don't take it as lightly. I don't take it lightly. I appreciate it just like it was the first term. Citizens had enough faith to pull the lever, no matter what team you're on or what team you're part of. If citizens feel that they don't want you here, we've seen it happen. If you follow elections, everybody doesn't get in. So I just want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart that you had enough faith in me to continue with these fine group of individuals. Although Maritza Colon is not the council president, she is the council president unofficially. Both her and Tanya, they run the show and they hold their own. I'll tell you, I enjoy sitting next to them. If you heard anything from them, budget, and it makes us mindful that if you're going to spend, you need to spend wisely. Council President, congratulations on yet another term as Council President. And, you know, there's naysayers out there. Oh, why did another person become Council President? Why don't you become Council President? And I clearly tell them that you need to come to our meetings. You need to see how efficient our meetings go. You need to see the wisdom that comes from our council president and what he brings from both the state level and the city level. And then you'll understand that as long as I'm sitting next to him, if that's what he chooses to do and I can support him, he will be the council president in my eyes. And again, I want to thank everyone. I know you took lunch hours. Some of you have to get back to work and whatever, but thank you. And I'm humbled by being reelected again. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Miller, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Councilwoman.
I just would like to congratulate everyone that got reelected and to our newly elected councilman, to our mayor. Mayor, thank you again for your leadership, for your vision, for making everyone in the city of Passaic feel included, for everything that you've done from recreation, from family programs and activities, making Passaic feel inclusive for everyone, where families can thrive, where working families can have a great weekend, whether it's the firework, whether it's the all the activities that you have now in the summer, the camp out. Thank you. Because of your leadership, the city of Passaic is a place where we all, when we're outside of Passaic, we say we are from Passaic, and we say it proudly, because your leadership around the state is known, around the county. Everyone says you guys in Passaic have a good camaraderie, but it's because we all understand that we are there to serve, that we're not there for oneself. We're there to serve our citizens, and collectively, we can disagree, but we always come to a middle ground where we know that the benefit has to be for our residents collectively. And again, thank you to all. Congratulations to all. I look forward to another 4 years serving along your side and everyone sitting on the dais. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Mayor, please.
Thank you, Council President. I'm the new guy, so bear with me. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for bringing me here and the help that He's helped the city of Passaic, my colleagues here at City Council, the mayor, the office of the mayor, everyone else in this room, and my family. As I look around the room, I know some of you, I'm acquainted with others. Everybody in this room, whether politically, professionally, or in philanthropy, shares a common purpose and a common goal to serve people, no matter what the sacrifice is. And being the new guy, I hope you can show me the way, and I can be a partner with you in serving the people of Passaic to the best of my ability. Two people that have been very responsive to my phone calls, no matter what time of day, no matter what the problem was. I'm not, unfortunately, bound by time. I wake up, I go to sleep. It doesn't really matter what time it is. I can make a phone call, they answer the phone, and that's the mayor and the council president. They take the call, and in their wisdom and their experience, they're able to guide whatever the situation is with empathy for whoever may be the beneficiary of the request. And I look forward to continuing that and serving together with you and following your guidance. To my colleagues, those that were just reelected and those that are here for another, that are here with us, you took me in with a very friendly demeanor. Were very receptive to me, and I appreciate that. I feel like I'm part of a family that's been here for a very long time, and hopefully continues to be so. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Garcia, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me thank the mayor for running such a fine campaign. And I want to thank God, first of all, because He allowed me to be here today. I want to thank the business administrators, Ricky Fernandez, because every time that I come to your office, you listen to me and you solve the problem. The mayor, always the same. Every time that I walk into your office, you always receive me nice. You listen to me. You take my problems. I give my problems to you, and I appreciate that. I don't think there is another municipality in the state of New Jersey to work the way we work. Unanimous, everything stays here, nothing personal, Mayor, and you know how to handle it. So thank you for that. And I want to thank the veterans, because of you, we're here today. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and continue your journey. I want to thank my colleagues. I've been working for them for the past 24 years. I will continue to work another 4 years for this great community. The citizens as a whole in this community deserve better, and we have to continue working to better a quality of life. So thank you again, and it's been a pleasure for me to work with such a fine council. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
What's left? You guys wrote the book, and I'm just going to sign it. Congratulations to the mayor. He knows how I feel, and everyone here in the city of Passaic and everywhere knows how I feel about him. When you speak about Mayor Laura, I say, woo-hoo, Mayor Laura. Only because I've spoken to you behind closed doors, and I see your vision You speak with respect, not only to me, to everyone. You're very approachable sometimes, right, guys? Listen. But when he's like that, it's because he has so many things going on. There was a time where I thought that our relationship was broken. And I approached you and I said, I feel like you don't want to be bothered with me anymore. He's like, no way. It's just that, and I understand you have so much. As a woman, we take everything to heart. We think about everything. We observe it. You looked at Gary like this, but you looked at me with your eyes rolled. But anyway. But I had to get to know you better as far as a person, how you work, and how you inform everyone, how you're transparent, and especially respect. And I thank you so much, and I am so honored and proud to work under you as the mayor, with you as the mayor. Thank you so much. Love, what can I say, love? When I call, you answer. When you call, you see me walking, I'm not answering, right?
Never.
But no, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. You're always there. You always give. Sometimes when I don't understand, I'll call you and you let me know, what the vision is or whatever on the man's side. No, but thank you, and I'm glad you're up here again with us to serve because you know how it works. And like you said, we don't agree, but when we disagree, we do it with respect, right? Mm-hmm. And we speak it over and we come to a solution that's good for everyone. Joe, what can I say about you, Joe? Please don't leave. I need a ride. No, Joe, as humble as you see him, sometimes, believe it or not, you see one or two people say, oh, but what's Joe doing? Joe is a worker. He's getting them both out.
Yes,
he is a worker. And thank you to your wife for lending me to... And Mayor, welcome. I hope you do have a new pair of sneakers because we're ready to go and work it. The mayor said, hey, we got to do this. We're running all over the place. I bought a new pair of heels for the new year. So, but we're here to guide you, to help you. We are a family and we're here to work for them, the ones that voted us in. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to my colleagues, and I'm so excited to keep on working. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. As many of you may know, I have another government position in Trenton representing the 36th Legislative District. We concluded last night's meeting at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I believe, after arduous days of discussion and questioning as to the state budget. I will tell you, I'm comparing today's meeting here and the one that I was in yesterday. It's a lot better being here. Let me join with my colleagues in, first and foremost, thanking God for all that we have been bestowed upon. I've been on this council next to Councilman Monk for 31 years, 28 of them as council president. And with that title and with that position, I've had the ability to work so very closely on so many levels with colleagues across the state and in other states. And when one of my colleagues said that he or she was convinced that Passaic has risen like a phoenix, not to pat ourselves on the back because there is so much to do, but we have done what few, if any, have even contemplated doing. There was a time when we divided ourselves based on where we lived, how much money we made, what language we spoke, any number of false criteria that do not analyze a person, but rather analyze a statistic. When you look around this room, when you go out this door, You see different nationalities, languages, people, customs, tradition, anything that could be. And it's either a matter of joining together or falling apart. In 31 years, I have seen with Councilman Monk, with Councilman Garcia, I've seen things which are just extraordinary. And the result is what you see before you. Playgrounds that are beautiful. Why? Because Mayor Laura said that many of our kids don't get to go to camp. They don't get to go to sleepaway camp for sure. And they deserve a vacation.
That's right.
The concentration, the desire to improve, to ensure that our schools are the best, working closely with the Board of Education, is well known to you. The School Development Authority apparently felt comfortable enough with Passaic that is investing $328 million to build a new high school.
Yeah.
We have apartments being built throughout the city. We have jobs being created. We are meeting the needs, or hope to, of our nonprofit community. We are keeping in mind affordability and sustainability. And yes, Mayor, there are some conflicts. But those conflicts are good. Those conflicts make us think, they make us reaffirm, and they bring compromise with them. And that is what government is, compromise. Agreeing with another person, even if you don't, because what you have is a solution, and that's what's necessary. It has been a privilege to serve these many years, and I look forward to the years to come with God's help. But it will only be successful, we will only be successful, as long as we choose our leaders carefully, that we don't listen to the rhetoric, but we listen to the facts. And with that, we have established in the past 8 years a wonderful thing. And we can all be proud of it. All proud of it. It is extraordinary for me. I've been in state government for 20 years, and there is no town like Passaic. There is no leader like Hector. And there's no body of people more thankful than we are here today. So if I can't do 4 more years, can I say we'll put it on hold, Mayor, and same time, same station 4 years from now? Thank you. At this time, I have hearing of citizens on our agenda. I know that there are some people who have got to get to work or other activities that they have. What I'd like to do is to call a 5-minute recess. If you would like to stay with us into the body of the meeting, that would be wonderful. Your choice, of course. But in 5 minutes, we will reconvene.
Council President, for me, there were 2 other individuals. We have a Commissioner of Open Space, Isabel Aguadelo. I just saw her. We have a Commissioner of Zoning, Commissioner Delgado Jr., who is here with us. Jamie Delgado Jr. I think that's all the commissioners. If we missed anyone, we'll get them after the 5 minutes. Thank you.
Mayor, thank you very much. A 5-minute break, please. We are our quorum. Motion to reconvene, please. May I have a motion to reconvene?
Motion to reconvene.
Second.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Love,
Present.
Councilwoman Mello,
Present.
Councilman Mayer,
Present.
Councilman Garcia,
Present.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Present.
and Council President Scheer.
Present. We are up to Roman numeral 4 on our agenda this evening. If you don't have an agenda and you would like, these are out immediately outside the doors of the council chambers, or else you can get them on the internet, where you will find all of the resolutions, ordinances, and correspondence that the administration has shared with the council in the eventuality of needing such information in order to make informed decisions. One, the hearing of citizens. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-1 et sec, the council opens every public meeting for comments of the public. However, in accordance with NJSA 10:4-12, nothing in this act shall be construed to limit the discretion of a public body to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation at any meeting. Therefore, the City Council will not entertain any comments from persons who communicate obscene material, make statements which are considered bias, intimidation, in which any person attempts to intimidate any individual or group because of race, color, religion, handicap, sexual orientation, or ethnicity, or makes personally offensive or abusive language. The person who makes these statements will relinquish their allotted 5 minutes for public discussion. If you would like to speak before the council, we ask that you first share your name, and second, keep your remarks to 5 minutes and 5 minutes only. Is there anyone who would like to address the council?
Good afternoon. Minnie Austin, 368 Highland Avenue. My heart is...
If you could bring the mic a little bit closer to you, and if we could ask you to project just a little bit more.
All right.
Thank you.
My heart is heavy with joy tears. When I was asked to be the Deputy Mayor of Veterans Affairs, like any mother, I said, you mean my children, the triplets? And the mayor said no. And my pastor said, listen to what I'm saying. They were both there. My pastor said, no, they're talking about you. I didn't know what I had to offer. But they both made me feel that it was the right thing to do. And then when Councilman Sheriff congratulated me and hugged me, it was a welcoming into this family. Sometimes it's the little people that we forget that can make a difference. I've known Mayor Laura from school, work, never in trouble, but I knew him. My kids knew him. They're all the same age, around the same age. But when I go to Trenton, something very magical happens. First thing happens is that Councilman Sheriff comes over and welcomes me in the house. And everybody standing around me are military. And they're like, who's that? That's from my town. Passaic. Oh, Passaic, the one with the mayor that's on the cable, Facebook. I said, that's right. And the one that's making a difference. So I am greatly honored to be part of this team. I'm not easy to work with. My kids will tell you. One wrote a book about being in the combat house. That's right. That's how we got it. But when I sit back and I see these veterans, and the blue stands for our auxiliary, my daughter brings you congratulations, but she just had surgery, and so she's not feeling well. But one of the things I admire, Mayor, is that you didn't forget that we come back broken. We never come back the same. So you might have a person sitting in this audience in a uniform chewing gum, and someone says, how could they be chewing gum? Because that's the way they control their PTSD. Or you have a person who's tapping their foot and counting, because that's how they control the PTSD. Mm-hmm. I thank you all for supporting us. When we go somewhere, they know Passaic. They know, don't even start the nonsense. Get it right. And we tell them who we are and what we stand for. And what we stand for is zero nonsense. Zero nonsense. So I thank you. I cannot tell you today how many times I've received a phone call. I'm in the hospital. I'm doing this. Everybody said I'm crazy today because at 4 o'clock I go back to surgery. But guess what? This is the right thing to do. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, your family. I call, I see your wife. You know, we get there and the food order didn't come right. And she'll say, order the food, don't worry about it. And then you'll say, did the food get there? Well, that might not mean anything to anyone sitting here. But see, it does to the homeless. It does to the person who just wants to have a bite to eat with their comrades. You made it possible. You gave us a building. Are there problems? There's always problems everywhere. But the problem is not you. The problem is the ones who don't understand us. So I thank you for what you've done. I look forward to working with you again. I'll be hobbling a little bit slower, but I'll be there. And I pray and trust that you will trust in me as I trust in you. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, Ms. Robinson.
Good afternoon. Evelyn T. Robinson, 222 6th Street. I'm here, y'all wear my blue. I represent my dad. Through Ancestry.com, I was able to find where my dad, I was only 9 when my dad passed away. And so I was able to find his resting place in Hastings-on-the-Hudson, New York. And that's where we went for Father's Day. And so I'm honored to wear the blue. The auxiliary stands for those of us whose family members served or are serving. So I have my dad, my 2 brothers, 2 nephews, and a brother-in-law. And so I proudly wear the blue. And I thank our mayor for, first, congratulations to all the won in the re-election. I'm so happy and pleased. And don't stop going on Facebook. Please don't stop. The information, as Dr. Love said, no one knew what was going on before. No one has to guess. If they don't catch you live, they can catch it on the rebound. And you always answer, even those who are rude in their comments, you answer them with dignity and respect, and you give your point of view and keep it moving. So please don't stop with Facebook. If they have some other platform, use that too. And I've caught you on the Instagram too. I caught you on the gram. But I've never, ever seen in even other cities, the respect that's given to veterans and their families. You don't see that, and we go all over. And many, we have to go here, like tomorrow we have to go, we're going to listen to the town hall offered by our Senator, Cory Booker, tomorrow. Because a vet is a vet, and we want to make sure their families get what they deserve to have. No veteran should be homeless. No veteran should be on food stamps. No veteran should have to want for medical care. They of anybody, a veteran should not. And so I thank you, for you and the administration and staff, for what you do for veterans and their families, and the encouragement that you give those young ones who are now going forward, like her grandson who's now in the Air Force, your own beloved son, a Marine. I mean, we need to give this respect and do that. And I thank you. I thank you, and I thank the support you receive to continue on what you do, not just for veterans, but for the entire 07055. God bless you all, and thank you so much for running and being elected to serve us. God bless you all.
Is there anyone else who would like to address the council at this time?
Seeing no hands, I move to close public portion.
Motion and second to close public hearing. Roll call.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. We're under annual resolutions, Roman numeral 5. Resolution authorizing official newspapers for the year July 1, 2025 to June 30, 2026. Mr. Fernandez, which papers are we using and why?
Herald News, Especialito.
Because of their circulation within our municipality. Because of their circulation within our municipality, and that the requirement of the state of New Jersey is to still have newspapers in print as part of it. So as someone argue, well, why aren't you putting it on the website or putting it in other outlets? The legal requirement is that we do the official newspapers with the most circulation in our area, and that's why we've chosen the newspapers that we've chosen.
Any questions?
No.
If not, is there a resolution is there a motion to pass this resolution?
Council President.
Second.
Motion and second on number 2, please. Roll call?
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Next, please, resolution designating City Council's representative to the Planning Board of the City of Passaic for a one-year term, July 1, 2025 to June 30, 2026. I understand that former Councilman Daniel Schwartz will be continuing on the Planning Board as the mayor's appointee. And that being the case, I've been asked to put forth the name of Councilman Montañez to be this council's liaison to the Planning Board. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none.
I'll second that.
On appointing Councilman Montañez on number 3, please.
Do I need to move it? Or-
I think we have a move in a second.
Yep. Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. On number 4, please, a resolution appointing commissioners to the Passaic Redevelopment Agency. And who are we?
Councilman Monk.
Councilman Councilman Monk. Are there any other names to be promoted? Seeing none, is there a motion, please, to appoint Councilman Monk?
So move.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Roman numeral 6 on our agenda, ordinances for second and final reading. Number 5, please. Proposed ordinance 2484-25, an ordinance amending City Code of the City of Passaic, Chapter 295, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 16, Bus Stops, Section 38, Locations to relocate bus stop on Broadway. Is there a motion, please, to open public hearing? Excuse me.
Second. I'll move
Motion.
it.
Motion
Second.
and second. Roll call, please, to open public.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, the council is contemplating proposed ordinance 2484. Is there anyone who would like to address the council on this item and this item only? Ms. Robinson.
Evelyn T. Robinson, 222 6th Street. I was wondering, what is the clarification on the bus stop? You know, I'm a public transit girl. Thank you for the shout out for the free shuttle. I do love that. What is the change with the Broadway bus stop? The one on Broadway, is there change or is there elimination? What is that? And which one is it? Because there are a couple on Broadway.
So unfortunately, one of the stop signs was placed in front of the home of a resident, where inevitably, when the people were waiting for the bus, they were in front of his driveway, in front of the home, where there was a more conducive space, where there would be no residential conflict. So we requested of New Jersey Transit, because they moved it. That's the one that was originally by St. Mary's Hospital.
Right,
So what happened was, they moved it up, and it ended up right in front of one of our residents' homes. So everyone was just sitting right on his steps. They were literally standing in his driveway where he couldn't come out with his car because there was nowhere else to wait for the bus. So it's just a simple move. It was moved
Yeah.
up further where there
Okay.
would be no conflicts.
That's understandable. There's such a big gap between some of the bus stops. I was like, okay, don't get rid of them. But that's understandable. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there anyone else who would like to address the council?
Seeing no hands, I move to close the public portion.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please, to close public.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
Yes.
And Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. On the ordinance, is there a maker, please?
So move it.
Motion
Second.
and second. Roll call, please, on the ordinance.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, please. Next, number 6, please. Proposed ordinance 2485-25, an ordinance amending the city code of the city of Passaic, chapter 295, vehicles and traffic. Part 10, residential parking permits. Article 21, residential parking permit requirements. Is there a motion, please, to open public hearing?
Move.
Motion?
Second.
And second. Thank you. Roll call?
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the council will be deliberating 2485. Is there anyone who would like to address the council on this item and this item only?
Seeing no hands, I move to close the public portion.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please, to close.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. On the ordinance, please, is there a maker?
So move.
Motion
Second.
and second. Thank you. Roll call?
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. That was on the ordinance.
Yes, sir.
Number 7, please. Proposed ordinance 2486, an ordinance amending the designation of restricted parking for disabled persons by New Jersey license plate number. Is there a motion? Is there a motion, please, to open public hearing?
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, the council is deliberating proposed ordinance 2486. Is there anyone who would like to address the council on this item and this item only?
Seeing no hands, I move to close the public portion.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. We're on number 8, please. Proposed ordinance 2487.
No, sir,
I'm sorry, 2486.
yes, we need to move on that.
Move it.
We need to move the ordinance, right?
Yes.
There's a move. Is there a second, please?
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. We're up to number 8, please. Proposed ordinance 2487. An ordinance amending Chapter 49, the salary of the mayor of the city of Passaic. As my colleagues are well aware, the rules of the council allow any council member to submit a resolution for consideration by the entire council. I have exercised that authority. I have done so wanting to make sure that if there's any questions, that they be directed at me. I believe the salary that the mayor is currently being compensated at is ridiculous. He has a family of 4. He deserves to live like a human being, especially after all the things that he does for each and every member of this community. So that being the case, I propose the ordinance and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion and second.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Is there a motion, please, to open public hearing?
Move.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. On the ordinance, is there a maker of the ordinance?
Move it.
Second.
Motion and second on the ordinance.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. We're on number 9, please. Proposed ordinance 2488, an ordinance amending chapter Chapter 99, Carnivals, Bazaars, and Fairs of the City of Passaic Code to revise fire inspection fees and propane generator device fees. Is there a motion, please, to open public hearing?
Move. Second.
Motion and second, roll call, please, to open.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. The council, ladies and gentlemen, is deliberating proposed ordinance 2488. Is there anyone who would like to address the council on this item and this item only?
Seeing no hands.
Second.
Motion and second to close this portion.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the council is contemplating proposed ordinance 2488. Is there anyone who would like to address the council on this item and this item only?
Seeing no hands, make a motion to close.
Second.
Motion and second to close.
Councilman Monk,
Just to move.
Just to move.
Vote on it.
Just
to vote.
Move it.
Just to vote on it.
This is to move, this is on to move.
Change it. Change it.
Seeing no hands, make a motion to close.
No, move.
Move it.
To move the ordinance.
Second.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Did we close public hearing? Now we need,
Now we voted.
We close and move.
we closed and moved. Okay.
We're smoking.
We're doing good. We're on number 10, please. Propose an ordinance 2489, an ordinance amending chapter 102 clothing bins. Is there a motion, please, to open public hearing? Motion
Second.
and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the council will be deliberating proposed ordinance 2489. Is there anyone who would like to address the council on this item and this item only? Seeing
Seeing
no
no
hands,
hands, I move to close the public portion.
Second.
motion and second to close public.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. On the ordinance, is there a motion, please?
So move it.
Motion and second. Roll call?
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. We're up to Roman numeral 7 on our agenda, communications and petitions, items 11, 12, and 13. Are there any questions, please, on items 11, 12, and 13? Seeing no lights, is there a motion, please, to accept?
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. We're up to Roman numeral 8 on our agenda, resolutions. Oh,
14, 15.
14, 15, 16. Are there any questions, please, on 14, 15, and 16?
Move it.
Motion
Second.
and second on 14, 15, and 16. Roll call.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Resolutions, number 17, resolution authorizing closed executive session. Susie, do we need closed executive? Very good. By the way, forgive me on behalf of the council and the administration, I know, we'd like to express our public sympathy to you and your family at your loss. 17, we don't need. We're up to Roman numeral 10 on our agenda, mayor's report.
I'll be brief. I just want to congratulate again all of my running mates, Councilman Mayor, Councilman Love, Councilman Garcia. I want to thank all of the city council for your support. I want to congratulate our council president. We have something that's new, a new councilman. So much will remain the same. obviously, at meetings in the future. At some point, Councilman Monk will ask, why are we spending $40,000 on chairs? And we'll explain, we always do. And he'll explain why not. Our Councilwoman Maritza Colon Montañez, no, we're not spending it on this one. That was a joke. Well, obviously, Maritza Colon Montañez, our Councilwoman, will react every time we pronounce her full name in the best way. Our council members will have long discussions and work on behalf of the city, but I also want to congratulate again our council president, Gary Sher. He mentioned something earlier, and I just want to have the record because some people will watch online. Yesterday, as he mentioned, he came in late from Trenton. What he didn't add is that he's been doing this for weeks, coming home at 10 o'clock at night, sometimes at 11 o'clock at night after leaving early in the morning to drive to Trenton in his other role. Then to come back and drive around all of Bergen County to ensure that he's at every event from Memorial Day to activities to community-driven initiatives. How many municipalities are in Bergen County again? Let's just say he represents a lot over there. And then on top of that, he has to make it to Passaic County, to the city of Passaic and the county at the many different events, because he's part of a team and he's always present at all the events. I say this because oftentimes we see him coming from one event to another, driving from Trenton, and he consistently makes it to the council meeting. And every now and then, one of us asks, why do you look tired? And I remember when I consider his agenda, and he's constantly giving every effort to ensure that we can all work together. And I just want to thank the council president for his leadership, thank all of the council members, obviously, for the work that we continue to do for all of the community. And again, just reiterate my appreciation to all the staff. All the staff. We meet once a week to discuss what we're going to do in the city. There's so many events to come. We're going to have the 4th of July fireworks. So just to let everybody know, that'll be at Pulaski Park. So I'm extremely excited about that. All of the summer events, we have the camp out coming out on the 19th, the family camp out. The festivals we'll have in the different wards as we do each year. We'll have it at Pulaski Park and number 11 School and at 3rd Ward, Memorial Park. And then August, I don't know what's going to happen because I plan to take a real vacation. So I'll leave that for the rest of them to explain to you as I grab my family, take them somewhere.
Mayor, you're on tape, by the way.
I'm on record promising my family that we will actually go away. So when I come back, I'll let you know what happened in August. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Council. Thank you, members of the City Council.
At this moment, any comments from the council?
Mr. President, if I may, I would like to acknowledge my wife who's here tonight. I had all my nieces and nephews before here, and I missed them. I missed them.
We appreciate Ms. Garcia joining with us once again. Members, if not, is there a motion please to adjourn?
I just wanted to add.
Excuse me, Councilman.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, the mayor pointed out how amazing we are. And I just wanted to remind them, you're amazing as well.
Thank you.
Members of the council, any final comments? If not, is there a motion please to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion second, please. Motion and second to adjourn. Roll call.
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayor,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez,
Yes.
and Council President Sher.
Yes, thank you. This meeting is adjourned.
Have to find some stuff.